Hello, my name is Annie Mecias-Murphy. I'm one of the co-owners at JAM Developing LLC. What led me to pursue a career in the construction industry? Well, it all started probably with one of my first memories as a child. One of my first memories as a child was actually being on a job site with my dad. So I had been exposed to the construction industry at an early age. My earliest memory is 5 years old, and that's being in a construction job. It's interesting because initially, didn't really want to pursue construction. I went full in the industry in education, and still worked part-time with my dad. But then it was interesting. He said, "You know what? I think I'm going to retire." And then that must have stirred up something in me. I don't know. And I said, "Dad, I think it'd be great for us to work together as a family. You've never really had that, and why don't we do that together as a family?" And then slowly but surely, all my siblings and we all came together, and then eventually my dad said, "Hey, you guys probably should open up your own company and just have all you in it. You guys just do it, and I'll just kind of take a step back." And that's how JA&M was formed and born out of that. And that's been a beautiful thing, because if you look at it in construction terms, every building has a foundation, and the foundation is critical for the building to hold up. I view my parents' influence as our foundation, right? The foundation of our values, the way we do things. And then upon that foundation, we've built who we are today as JA&M. So JA&M Developing, we dedicate ourselves in the area of concrete and masonry. We're a shell contractor in the commercial realm. We do mid-rises, high-rises. We also do municipalities, affordable housing. So we have a lot of different areas that we are involved in the construction industry. We also do some general contracting work. That's more, maybe about 10% of our work, but most of our work is masonry and concrete. I would say that family and faith has been integral to my success. There's nothing that I'm more grateful for is for the blessings that God has bestowed to me personally, to my family. But not just that, I view that God has been the one to give me my talents and my gifts, and I live my life to one day meet my Maker and for Him to say, "Well done." So everything to me goes back to that, and my family has been a huge part because of their unconditional love. So that unconditional love that they've always bestowed and showed towards me has really made an impact, I think, as far as how I view God. A lot earlier in my career, before I got my GC license and didn't have much experience, new in the industry, I think the biggest part was being prepared. I knew that I needed to be very well prepared, know my stuff, and make sure that I knew that. But all those experiences, regardless, I find that any experience that one has in their life is truly something that can be helpful. At least that's the way I was raised, right? So I go back to that impact. So my parents always taught us, hey, it doesn't matter how difficult something may be, or the struggle or what have you, because even my parents, I would remember my mom trying to do something as simple as pay a phone bill, and she'd do it in her broken English, but she says, they can't understand me. And so I would pick up the phone and immediately they would help me. So I guess I would see a lot of that through my parents, but But they never really ever complained about that. They still said, this, Annie, you have no idea what we saved you and your siblings from. What you have here, no matter how hard or difficult it is, does not even compare what we left. How when we left communism, where you can't even think or believe what you want to believe. And so that was how we were brought up. So when you say, was it difficult? Okay, so maybe there were certain obstacles, but who doesn't? And what those obstacles taught me were, you just got to work a little bit harder and make sure you're prepared. And if you are, you just, and be yourself. Be yourself, be true to who you are. The question was, how does it feel to be a role model in the construction industry to other women? So number one, it's very humbling, because I feel that to whom much is given, much is required. So I feel that I have been very blessed by the support that I've received by my family. And I know not everybody has that. So I want to be able to be that support in a way that I can truly encourage, that I can motivate others and say it's possible. It truly is possible to do that. Some of the plans of the future for JA&M include definitely growing as a company, not just in the work that we do, not just in the diversity that in the type of jobs that we do, but also growth in our JA&M family, in our JA&M team. If we don't grow, we kind of regress back.